In this episode of Film Stock Reviews, I'm reviewing Barbarian. Barbarian is written and directed by Zach Cregger, and it stars Georgina Campbell as Tess Marshall, Bill Skarsgård as Keith, and Justin Long as AJ. This was a very different horror film if you've never seen it. Like Barbarian, what could be the barbaric reason you would call this movie that? Well, it's absolutely mind-blowing how everything played out. Basically, it tells the story of Tess, who is a woman who goes to Detroit for a job interview and finds out that her so-called Airbnb, or the house that she's supposed to live in, is occupied by another person, and that person is Keith. All of a sudden, she goes to the job interview and everything, and they notice certain aspects of something happening in the house, but they're not quite sure what happens. Fast forward, shit starts happening, and it's absolutely crazy. The way the aspect of the story was done was absolutely brilliant. The horror feel to it was done really well. There are a few jump scares that really do get you, but the aspect of the writing that Zach Cregger did was immensely amazing. Justin Long as AJ is one of those annoying assholes that you've never seen in a movie before, especially for a horror film for that matter, because characters like his don't really appear in horror films, but when they do, it's just annoying, but it's so well done. The tunnels, what's happening under the house, the aspect of the mother, it's insane. And the reason I say that is because you don't expect a film like this to leave you with a shocking twist, especially with how the traumatization happens to the character of Tess. Tess is really one of those underrated final girl, in horror movies. But is she though? The whole aspect of how people get killed in this is different. The shock and fear of what the characters see in this film are great. The aspect of someone in the shadows coming out, the small lighting, the big lighting, it's just a good pace. The first, I want to say 45 minutes of this movie is really, really slow burn. But once it picks up and once you find out what's happening, you can't take your eyes off the screen at all. The movie is 107 minutes long, and it came out September 9th, 2022 in theaters. But it did have a release on HBO Max on October 25th, 2022, which is how I watched it. I didn't expect this to be on streaming so fast, so soon. But it was a good thing because I saw it in the comfort of my own home, and I absolutely had a blast with it. If you've never seen this, and if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you do. The interesting thing with the story and how this mother character is, it's really shocking. I wouldn't say it's shock horror or shock factor horror or anything like that. It's just the essence of knowing what this person went through and how this person became that character is really interesting. Bill Skarsgård as an actor is phenomenal. We know him from It, where he played Pennywise. He played a menacing role in that. But now when you see Bill Skarsgård in a horror film, you're like, what's going to happen? The aspect of what the title is of this story has nothing to do with the film itself. You could have called it The Mother. It's like, oh, The Mother. What's happening? What's going on? And then as it progresses and as you pull the layers away of what this story is, you find out that, oh, this is what happened and this is what it is. Absolutely brilliant, especially where the story was done. Cinematography was great. And the movie is not long at all. I mean, horror films for 2022 have been exceptional and amazing. And this is one of my top horror films of 2022 and probably one of my top 10 films of 2022. For me, Barbarian gets 5 out of 5 stars. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about Barbarian. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? What did you think about the acting, the storyline aspect to it? Were you shocked about the twist? Did you like the look and the story of the mother? How did you think Bill Skarsgård did? And do you think Justin Long's character was so annoying that you love to hate him? And how do you think Zach Cregger did as writer and director? And how did you see Barbarian? Did you see it in theaters when it was released, or did you wait for it on HBO Max when it was released on October 25th, 2022? Let me know in the comment section below about all the questions I just asked, and let me know what rating you would give Barbarian, and I'll see you all in the next review video.